And we are live coming to you from the heart of Kansas here in the land of Oz. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian whistleblower, coming to you from an undisclosed location. The new Wizard of Oz, only the one that tells the truth, because there's nothing behind this curtain, ladies and gentlemen. This yellow brick road leads you to enlightenment and not any of that other stuff. So good to see you, everybody. Good to see everybody in the chat room. Today, I'm doing just a little follow-up of what I talked about this morning. And this morning, we talked about how you can choose this day what God you want to serve, or if you even want to serve a God. We have shown you that the Bible shows you that there's choices amongst gods, and that's going to freak a lot of people out. That probably made a lot of people know I am on the highest setting in my chair, I discovered, and that's going to make a lot of people wonder about stuff. But here I wanted to give you a little confirmation. Just wanted to give you a little confirmation that it is in fact possible for you to choose a God other than the Bible God. And what better place to get that confirmation than from the Bible God himself? What do you say we do that, and we do that right now, ladies and gentlemen? Let's take a look. You cannot minimize Zoom windows when you're sharing Zoom windows. Oh, this is just... Zoom is giving me fits today, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so here is the God of the Bible. And he's saying, and God spoke all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Now, before I go any further, let me just say that I got an email, a very firm email, a very aggressive email that was accusing me of teaching bad things and being a bad person. And that's just so unusual for me to get emails like that. It's not unusual at all. But I was told that I needed to learn that when Moses brought down the first set of the 10 Commandments, he broke them. And then when God made the second set of 10 Commandments, they were different. So there's 2 commandments. There's 2 sets of 10 commandments. There's 2 sets of God's law. And I'm like, it's funny because I'm a Bible college graduate. I've spent over 100,000 hours studying the Bible. I've read it over 150, 200 times. I know the Greek. I know the Hebrew. I know the Aramaic. And I've never heard of such a thing, ever heard of such a thing as Moses broke the first ones and God gave him 10 different ones. But it took me about, I guess maybe 3 minutes of study to find this right here. And the Lord said to Moses, hew out 2 tablets of stone like unto the first, and I will write upon these tables the words that were on the first tables, which you broke. Can I get a mic drop and a boom? Let me cover it again. Hew out 2 tables of stone like the first ones, and I will write upon these tables the words that were on the first tables, which you broke. I'm going to write the same thing on these as the first 2 that you busted. Any questions, ladies and gentlemen? Was there 2 sets? Yeah, because Moses broke the first ones. Did they say anything different? No, not if you believe the text. And the text doesn't care what you've been taught. And the text doesn't care what you think. So with that in mind, the Lord thy God that brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage, the Bible God said, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Interesting. If he's the only God, I am the only God, but you better not have any gods before me. Am I the only one that finds that very curious? What's it say in the Hebrew? You shall have no other. What do you want to bet it's Elohim? Anybody want to put some money on it? Anybody want to put some money on it? You shall have no other. What? Elohims before, above, over me. He says me, mini me. He's really mini me. So what the almighty, all-powerful, all-wet God of the Bible is saying, I am the only God. There's none other than me. I'm it. I'm the biggest God. I'm the baddest God. I am God. But you better not have any other gods before me. Ladies and gentlemen, it's clear. It's clear. Let me show it to you one more time. You shall have no other gods before me. Who said it? The Lord your God, the God of Israel, Abraham, Isaac, and you, if you're a Christian. So your God said, don't have any other Elohims, gods or goddesses, male or female, above me. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? In there, I met Johan. We are one this weekend, and she is definitely a lady. I will never again mistake her for a man, and I'm so sorry for that. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And Tracy says an all-powerful God would have fixed the first set of tablets. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You can choose this day whom you will serve, because there's a lot of other gods you can serve besides the Bible God, who not only is a liar, but not even a very good liar. So how about that? Real quick run through the chat room. I know this is a short edition of Podcast Excellence, but Roger Smith, Tracy Dyer, Lady Gray Raven, Becca Truly Smart, Darth Raven, Rachel Stone, Heather Cooper, Daniel Harry, Lakumi, Michelle Cannon Free, and ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Scotty Roberts. Yes, Scotty Roberts in the house. Scotty Roberts in the house. Mother of Dragons, Chuck Terrell, KC, Jama Barker, Tracy Dyer, Chrissy and David Grosser, Dolores, Max Vision Remote View Class, Da Messenger, Jeff, the Did Jesus says he's the light, Lucifer says the same. I'm not sure what you're saying, but that's okay. Rich, Da, Warrior, Mark Center Saint, good to see you again. It's been a little while. It's Warrior Queen. Charlie D'Angelo, good to see you. Max Vision Remote View Class. Chrissy N, nice to see you in the house always. Kristen Hammond. Hey, Jeff, we just met at LeeCon, and now I'm catching you live. How cool. Yes, indeed, Kristen. That was very cool to meet you at LeeCon. Appreciated sharing time with you. On every day, only on days ending in Y, says Tracy Dyer. Let's see who else is here. Scotty Roberts, never heard that. Serial Dog, maybe in a Mel Brooks movie. No, that was, I bring you these 15, look, these 10 commandments. Yeah. Bada Boom, hey, Warrior. Blazing River. I read that Moses found the tablets in a cave. Well, that's not what the text says, but why did he break them? Well, Casey, if you remember, Moses came down the mountain with the tablets, and they were doing a whole bunch of stuff that they shouldn't have been doing, listening to bad music, drinking bad stuff, eating bad stuff, and doing bad things to and with one another. So he decided he lost his temper, just like his God, smashed them. And yeah, you know that story. Very curious, says Kristen. Yes, indeed, it is. I've always wondered about the Elohim word there. Not me, Scotty, because the text don't care what you've been taught. I just read it. I'm just very easy. Yay, me. Absolutely. Why do you have to tell me not to worship what does not exist? Great question, Heather Cooper. Boiling frogs sounds kind of gross. Nancy, no other gods before me. A jealous God, absolutely. TT, hello. Geo Hawk, hey, Warrior. Lucky Stone, anger management problems. Was Moses a rageaholic? Yeah, just like his God. Toddler God, Todd God. I like that. And Rachel Stone says, have a wonderful day. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little installment of Podcast Excellence. Just to remind you that even in the Ten Commandments, not even in the Ten Commandments, The first commandment that the Bible God ever gave, the first commandment that the Bible God ever gave, lets you know without a doubt that there are more than one God, there are multiple gods, and that you have a choice among those multiple gods. You don't have to go with the God that is self-admittedly jealous. You don't have to go with the God that is self-admittedly vengeful. You don't have to go with the God that self-admittedly is a murderer. You don't have to go with that God that tells you to fear him. You don't have to go with that God that says he's going to make you a slave. You don't have to go with that God whose only deal is you give up your right to immortality and you must let the Jesus and the Father possess you, and that means that you're never getting out of this mortal body. You don't have to go that way. You can go that way, but I don't know why you would. Just saying. TCB, taking care of business. And guess what, cousins? Business is a booming. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian whistleblower, here to lead you to water in hopes you'll drink, here to lead you to objective truth in hopes that you'll think, hoping you'll guide your own spirit, master your own ascension, and be your own guru. Boiling Frog says, narcissistic, jealous, and vengeful. Sounds like my ex. Well, at least you were smart enough to leave your ex, and you were smart enough to leave the Bible God. Charlie says, I choose me. I'm divine. I'm sovereign. And I'm free. Yes, you are. You definitely are. And I appreciate your freedom, your divinity, and your sovereignty. We are the last generation of real humans. Don't outsource to their I am, because we are divine, we are sovereign, we are free. You're not empty. You're filled with the spark of divinity from your first breath. You don't have to be possessed by the creepy Christ and Big Daddy. You can be divine, sovereign, and free because you've got the kingdom of God within you. And don't let them sell you the lie that there's no other God. There's plenty of other gods. And you have the choice as a divine, sovereign, and free individual to worship the ones you wish or to worship none. I have relationships with some of them, but I don't worship any of them. And that's never going to change because I am divine. I am sovereign. I am free. Please subscribe. Please like. Please share. We had a great Mystech weekend this weekend. I got me a new one, a yellow one. Boom, yellow jade. Go to my website, jeffreydaugherty.com. Look in the upper right-hand corner. Find your Mystech bracelets. Find your Focus Life Force energy. They don't make you more spiritual, but they give you a fighting chance to be more spiritual. They help you unindoctrinate yourself. That's why I sell them. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian whistleblower. We are the last generation of real humans. Let's get busy. And the best way to do that is to indoctrinate yourself.